All right, you may or may not be aware it's school holidays. I am, because the traffic's better in the afternoons. Also, Parliament's not sitting because all the MPs take leave during school holidays so they can spend time with their kids. And every second year, or third year, there's a youth parliament where a bunch of young New Zealanders, not going to call them kids, a bunch of young New Zealanders nominated by the actual MPs gather together in Parliament. They do a kind of mock Parliament. And some would say they role play at being the Parliament. And I think it's quite a good idea. It's good to get 100 or more young people into democracy and get them interested in the way that we govern ourselves. But a bit of controversy this year, as it would appear to me mainly left-wing nominated youth MPs claim they were gagged, and Chris Hipkins came out and said they were gagged from criticising the government. I wondered how true that was. And I thought I might want to delve into the deep, dark world of the Youth Parliament 2025. And I'd actually been contacted by our next guest before it began. And he said, look, I'd be happy to talk about it. He's from New Plymouth Boys High School. His name's Jerry. Is it Wei, Jerry, or Wei? Wei. Jerry Wei.
Jerry Wei.
Jerry Wei. Jerry Wei, I'm pleased to meet you, Jerry. Could I just point out, and you're on the video here, what are you doing wearing your school uniform during the school holidays, Jerry?
Oh, look, they're not my school uniform. I made it very clear that I wasn't going to wear my school uniform because I've got enough problems
suit.
as is without the school.
Okay, what are the badges? What are the badges you've got on there?
So I've got a Youth Parliament pin and I've got a ACT Party.
Okay, ACT Party. All right, and good on you, because you were the Youth MP for ACT Minister Karen Chhour. And good on you. Firstly, I just want a broad picture. Did you enjoy the Youth Parliament? Was it what you expected?
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. There were some, questionable people, but I expected nothing less.
Okay.
So it was good fun.
Jerry, were you guys gagged? There have been media reports in left-wing mainstream legacy media that you guys were told in a break with tradition that you couldn't criticise the government and that you were kind of suppressed.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's completely untrue. So what happened is they sent us an email saying, we want to review your speech so that you don't, because we're not covered by parliamentary privilege.
Yeah.
That means we could get sued by somebody
if you were defamatory about someone. Yeah.
Exactly. So they gave us these recommendations saying, oh, look, this is probably a bad idea. But they were clear from the very start, and that's in every single email, that, they're just recommendations. So if you want to take the risk, go for it. But I guess, the people who are saying, they were censored, might not be particularly that smart, considering they spent a lot of their lives being activists rather than getting an education.
Okay, well, let's get down to this, Jerry. So you get everyone, all this was an email from the organisers of the event saying, exercise caution, here are some rules of thumb, but at the end of the day, you can say what the hell you like, right?
Absolutely, and they made it clear we had Zoom meetings as well, online video calls, and that's what they said the whole time.
All right. So who were the people who said that amounted to censorship and a crackdown by the evil right-wing Nazi government?
Oh, it's just a bunch of, Labour MPs, Green Youth MPs, who came up with this idea, which frankly is ridiculous because this event's run by the Ministry of Youth Development, which, you can imagine what sort of people would work for the Ministry of Youth Development.
Yeah.
They're not right-wing people.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very lovely, many of them, but, it's ridiculous.
So all the critics were Labour or Green Party youth MPs?
Yeah, I think obviously some Te Pāti Māori MPs as well, but...
Okay, what youth MPs? They're not real MPs, Jerry, okay?
Youth
But
MPs,
back to
yeah.
the real
Youth
world.
MPs.
Okay, did this cause any division while the Parliament was actually going on? Was there discussion about it in the chamber?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and what was the general tenor of that?
So I mean, it's split very half and half. I think, all of the people on their side of the house, they've obviously discussed about it extensively. So they believe very much that they were censored. which, they were allowed to say what they want, and they said some really interesting things in the debating chamber. So, yeah, it did cause some
Can I
division.
ask you, Jerry, did anyone wear a keffiyeh? Was there any Palestinian flags or any of that posturing during the youth parliament?
I don't believe I saw a Palestinian flag. I remember one of the staff members wore the Māori independence flag, but no
No.
Palestinian flags.
One of the staff members, did you say?
One of the Ministry of Youth Development staff members, I believe.
Wore the Maori independence flag. Wow.
Yeah, it was like a little jacket and it had the flag on the back.
Good Lord. Amazing. Okay. Did it strike you that this news story that was created about you all being censored, threatened with torture if you said something against the government, did it look like that was a coordinated campaign by the Green and the Labour youth MPs and their minders?
Yeah, I think it was actually Make It 16 and a few quite left-wing activist organizations that drove the entire thing.
All right. So that was a predetermined plan. Well, I suppose in some ways, Jerry, that's real politics. That was like taking the whole event quite seriously, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, most of us were just having a good time and seeing what Parliament's like, but there's a few that are trying to make more of it.
Okay. All right. So at the end of the day, you feel that you were not censored, that story was what, a fabrication?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was surprised, seeing all of them talking about free speech when they're the ones that, want to put people in jail for comments made on Facebook.